Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Toss Up. I'm Kris. Here with me are three gentlemen. First is Leonard from Cheras. And next to him, I forgot. He told me to tell this that he's good-looking Leonard. And next to him, the naughty Jiven. And next to me is the beautiful Ian.
Dave, we don't need to say anything.
He straight up just said everything.
Everything you want to say. We don't need to say anything.
No need lah.
Out of 10 episodes, it's the first time he's doing the intro and he had to fuck it up still.
I prepared. You guys didn't say anything, what?
You didn't have any cue for us to say, hello, ladies and gentlemen.
We don't even get to say hello or anything. Straight up, we giving everyone.
That's what I prepared. I didn't
Might as
prepare
well
what
tell
to
them.
say.
Might as well tell them. Okay, we finished already. The toss up. Bye. That's it. Right?
Okay, they told me to dial. Okay, finish. Ciao lah. Bye.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the new episode of the Toss Up. And this time, I have a sad news.
What is it?
Because this is the last episode of season 1 of the Toss Up.
Yes.
So we just want to say thank you for watching. But this doesn't mean we are ending the show because we are moving the show to a new podcast channel which is dedicated just for the Toss Up
That's
podcast
it.
and a few other podcasts that are coming soon.
Tossing the salad.
So yeah, you can see on the link down below. It is the official page of the Toss Up. From season 2 onwards, we'll be pushing it on that channel, which will be from May onwards. So yeah.
Can't wait for you guys to tune into
Tell
that.
your mother,
Yeah.
tell your father, tell
With
your
that-
grandfather, tell your grandmother, everyone. Tell them all.
With that being said, we just want to say thank you for listening to our podcast for all this while. We are on Apple Podcasts, we are on Google Podcasts, we are on Spotify. Thank you so much for those who've been listening there. We see you listening and we hear you listening, and it's amazing. Those who,
How do you hear them listening? They are listening, but you're listening to them listening.
no, because you can,
That's a bit weird, right?
because they can give us feedback. They can give us feedback.
Okay.
On Spotify, you can give us feedback on the questions and all the answers. So thank you so much for giving all the feedbacks that you've been giving. It's amazing that you're engaging with us on Spotify as well. Also, those who've been leaving comments, thank you so much. We really enjoyed that you enjoyed the previous episode that you suggested, Mona Fendi. So, it's all good, man. So with that being said, let's give it to Ian this time for controversial.
Another interesting and
Another
controversial.
interesting one, as usual.
No. The final interesting and controversial story.
The most final interesting story for this season. In tonight's episode, we're going to talk about haunting stories from the Highland Towers. If you didn't know, in 1993, one of the blocks of the Highland Towers apartment complex in Ulu Klang, Selangor, collapsed and caused 48 deaths. It happened due to a landslide as a result of heavy rainfall and overdevelopment of the area.
Wait, what do you mean by overdevelopment?
Overdevelopment, basically, they built too many buildings on a land that is technically only can probably fit like 5 buildings, but they built more than that.
Wow, this is the first time I hear Malaysia got something overdeveloped. Before this, I'll say underdeveloped, but this one overdeveloped.
I got a fun fact.
What?
The doctor that delivered me in 1993, he died.
In the Highland Towers?
Yeah.
Wow.
He had a house there. He died there.
Bad omen lah, you.
Yeah.
You were the bad omen lah.
You were the bad
I
woman.
was the one. I came out, I laughed.
So
at
how
him.
you know
I
he
came out,
died?
I
You were
laughed.
the
at
last
him.
baby he
You're
delivered.
gonna die, bitch.
Wow.
So how you know
For
he
me
died?
to live, one must die. That's what I told him lah.
How you know he died?
My mom told me.
Your mom told you? Oh.
Because I asked about the doctor that delivered me lah. So
Okay, first of all, what would you ask about the doctor that delivered you?
do you know in school you have to write which hospital you were born or something?
But I don't think you write the doctor's
You don't
name,
write the doctor lah, but I asked who's the doctor lah from the hospital.
You're
Then
just
my mom-
curious
My mom,
lah.
yeah, my mom said that he died. Then I asked how he died. Then my mom said in the tower lah, the Highland Tower and all.
I means I'll put the doctor's name, Dr. Stephen Strange.
Why?
Oh.
Why?
So I was
Why?
like, I'm a kid from multiverse lah. Like,
You're not.
shut up. That's all I want to know. Maybe I got superpowers and things. Because from last episode, according to
Mona.
Mona, one of our member here is part of the astral form. Connects to the universe and all this. Remember? One of our member lah.
True.
Yeah. But he kotta sunda banda.
The one without hair.
They cannot hear you, right? If you do that, they cannot hear you, right? They only can see you, Shruti off again.
Now, the area has been abandoned and it is the meeting spot for mudroom pits, drug dealers, and criminals. Since then, there have been urban legends saying that the area is haunted. Some people even claim seeing white figures lingering near trees in the area. They also saw pontianas and heard screamings and wailing around, as if they're reliving the tragedy. Some people took pictures in the area where you can see shadows in the background, and they felt sudden changes in temperature.
I'm quite curious. Every abandoned place or every the incident happened already, always Pontiana is there. Why?
Because Pontiana got no other
place to stay.
No place to stay.
Pontiana also got abandoned.
Pontiana can abandon what?
But this time got special. Even the rumpets were there.
Rimping bringing the Pontiana around lah.
Rumpets also was there.
Have you ever seen the movie called Pontiana Harum Sundar Malam?
Oh, yeah.
You know the main actress Maya Karim?
Yeah.
She posted a tweet that she said she had a bump behind her neck.
Oh.
And she's hoping it's just a paku.
Okay.
Fuck y'all lah. That was a clever tweet from her lah. Okay, it could have been cancerous.
That's good. That's good. But I would say people this age would not know what she's talking about because they never seen her as the Pontiana.
But I gotta admit though, this is since this last episode, I had a huge crush on Maya Karim last time.
Oh, same lah.
She's damn pretty. Way.
Yeah, she is.
What about now?
She's so beautiful.
What about now?
She's still beautiful.
You said last time.
Last time she was beautiful. Now she is
He said last time he got a crush.
Yeah, now.
Now I got no crush. I still find her. Oh, she's good looking for her age.
Okay.
Fucker just want to put me in trouble, right?
What do you mean for her age?
She's old lah. She's old.
She's old lah.
She's old.
Oh,
But gold. Hit me up, Maya Karim.
Her name is Maya Karin, not Karim. Huh?
Karina.
I think you're
Karin,
calling
yeah.
another girl.
Oh shit, I mixed up with Karina.
So, let's go into our first story.
Wait, this one got no theory. This one just stories, is it?
Yeah, this one is basically just stories.
Stories of what happened in the Highland Towers.
The urban legend.
Hey, shut the fuck up. I want to listen. I don't know the story.
I just want to clarify lah. Hey, all the time theory. Today you got story.
Yeah, today is like
Fun,
urban
right?
legends. Urban legends, guys.
Yeah.
So let's go dive right into our first story. The taxi passenger. This story apparently happened in 1994. There was a taxi driver that drove a young woman in the middle of the night back to her home. As he was reaching the destination, he realized he was driving to Highland Towers. At this time, even the other two blocks had been completely evacuated and the buildings were completely abandoned. She started to pressure him, saying she was in a rush, which made him feel uneasy. He asked her what she was looking for and why she wanted to come here so urgently. She replied, "I left my belongings here."
So, what would y'all have done if you were the taxi driver?
Me, or what is the leftover? What is that? What do you left?
My belonging is that. So if you
What is the belonging?
Yeah, what is?
I'll ask lah. What is the belonging?
What did you left?
what if it's just a phone or something?
Phone or something?
Do you think it's worth it to drive all the way to Highland Towers just for a phone?
Depends if she pretty or not.
What if she wasn't pretty?
I was about to say that now. If she's ugly, I will straight away stop the car and get the fuck out of here. If she's pretty, I will be like, abang nanti tolong carikan juga ya. Abang tolong nanti.
But what if she end up being a Pontiana?
I will just say, can you just don't show your face?
I will. Okay, if it's like a Pontiana, something like that, I'll ask her to be like, okay, you stay in the car. I'm going to drive this car over the bridge.
Fucker, you will die also.
Yeah.
No, I'll be like driving, right?
You need to nail her, not nail her physically, but nail her that way.
You can do both at the same time,
Okay, wait. How are you going to do both at the same time?
Like this lah.
You riding horse or what?
Too much that one. I don't know what it was that. Show again.
You think what Jogate is it? No, I'll be honest with you. If I was the taxi driver, I'll be like, I will just stop the car and ask her to walk, and I'll say, I'll wait here.
You're not scared, you get like 1-star rating later.
I don't care about the 1-star
But
rating.
then you won't
back
get
in 1994, bro.
That time no Grab. That time they hassle for money. I said, you tak payah bayar saya. You pergi aja.
He started to get more freaked out and asked why she couldn't wait till the next day. What was so important? She replied, my body. I died here last year.
Oh.
What? Oh, okay. Among all the things I thought she left behind,
The body.
my body. I'd be like,
Is it in one piece?
what would you do if somebody say, my body, I left it behind? What was your reaction? I'd be like, this girl is high on something, man.
Yeah, I'll be like, which drug you take? Can I have some?
Which drug? Wish.
Feeling so freaked out, he turned around, only to see there was no one in the back seat. Throughout the years, this story has been retold many times and there have been different versions of the ending floating around. In some versions, the story ends with a woman looking at the driver straight in his eyes and saying she had lost her arms and legs before disappearing. Other times, the lady would pay the driver with money that was covered in blood. Only it was not normal money. It was said to be money from the afterlife.
So that means she took the same taxi few times.
Different ones.
Different ones lah.
That's why Ian said there's different,
different
stories.
Yeah, different
okay?
Oh,
It means different taxis. Understand not?
different taxi drivers report the same thing.
Different. Oh my God. I feel like sometimes he doesn't listen to the story. You know. Different taxi driver has different version of the story.
Oh, okay.
Some pay, some don't pay, some got no leg, no hand.
No hand.
Some like, you know.
Some got no girl. Some got no car.
Okay.
Hey, what if now in modern day, right? The Grab driver get a what do you call that, notification to pick up someone from the Highland Tower or send to Highland Tower. That'd be scary, right?
No, but now you can't go in there because the
Yeah.
area got.
Now you can't enter.
blocked, right?
Yeah.
Now you can't enter. But what if this person still want to enter?
Oh.
You know, you can pin the location,
Yeah.
but you don't exactly know where exactly the location is. So the guy wouldn't know it's an island tower, you know.
Yeah.
So until he drives there.
Oh, okay.
So you know what's the worst thing? The ghost, right, has a telephone to actually book Grab. Has the ability to think that, you know, I need to book Grab.
I mean, they also have to evolve, right?
Press the Grab button, go all the way there,
Yeah.
and then only say
Peekaboo.
peekaboo. Just have to drive all the way there, you know. I'll be like, at that time I rather get possessed lah.
I just had a bad imagination in my head just now. But I don't know what I should say.
Wow.
The hell you imagine?
After all we said, right?
Suddenly you're imagining something
No,
weird.
because back then, if it's a Pontianak, right, and then back then don't have Grab everything. So when they ask her a pin location, right, she'd be like, take the paku and just pin.
Not bad.
Then the screen crack. The screen crack. The other goes to be like, lah, berapa kali ni?
Oh yeah. I wanted to ask, when you said that they have money from the afterlife, what do you mean money from the afterlife? Like paper with crayon writing RM1?
Okay, itu apa Monopoly money sale?
No lah, it's a printed money lah, the ghost money.
How does it look?
Instead of the what? Governor's face that they put the what? The
Maya Karin face.
what's it? Lucifer's face.
No lah, Najib face lah.
What? Najib is not dead yet.
But he's in even so famous.
No, Mona Fendi.
Mona Fendi.
Mona Fendi. Maybe they put Mona Fendi's face.
Maybe.
Then Mazlan is 1 ringgit.
But all is written in Chinese, you know.
What? Pontianak is not a Chinese ghost?
But the paper money is always in Chinese.
Why?
Because Chinese people only very money-minded, right?
That is true.
Yeah, Ian, do you have anything to say about it?
No comment. But we love our 4D, I can tell you that.
Hey, didn't recently somebody won the Toto? The highest, 16?
Yeah.
90 million, right?
The biggest one.
Yeah.
This
Unrelated. Sid will cut this off only. No mind, fuck it.
No, actually, I have a short story that
okay.
back in Ipoh, like the Chi Chong Fan guy,
Yeah.
he tell me the story that he always receive paper money on his drawer. Then he doesn't know like how is it possible, because it's always like there's a paper money. Then he realized that one girl always comes with the same dress, giving this paper money. Then after that, he switched place.
Oh.
He doesn't sell in that Chi Chong Fan, that area.
Why would you, it's like ATM is walking to you and giving money. Why would you not have
No,
it?
it's a paper money.
Yeah,
It's not real money.
It's no use using that money. Where you want to use that money? Tell me. Tell me now. You get that money. Where you can probably just give to your daughter lah. Like, hey, see, this is my money. This is your
Every day
10 ringgit.
the ghosts come and take free Chi Chong Fan, you know.
No,
Okay,
can you
bitch,
imagine
that
how,
is ghost.
how stupid this fellow is to accept the paper money just
No,
like that?
when
He
he
didn't
take
accept.
the money, it's real money. After you put it in the drawer, it becomes paper money.
Oh. Okay, makes sense.
I need to know the
makes sense.
technology, man. Imagine, right? We go buy everything in cash, like Apple products all just in cash.
Oh.
Give.
God
There's a
damn.
floor inside, right? It becomes paper. And by the time we got our item ready, right?
Yeah.
I need to find that ghost also.
Some of these ghosts really like Chichong.
Yeah, you'll be surprised. Actually, anything to do with like the Chinese cuisine, we have something called the barbecue pork, right?
Yeah.
There's char siu.
Huh?
There's a belief where you know why they hang the char siu and all that
No.
to make it more flavorful, because some ghosts will come by and then they lick on the char siu.
Bro.
So we are eating their saliva lah.
Bro, wait. This one. Y'all actually believe that?
we don't believe it, but there was a show that recreate that myth, that thing.
What?
Bro.
Yeah.
Fuck?
Bro, okay, anybody in the
I
comments have heard this before, let me know down. I want to know.
show
I'm not eating chicken rice or char siu rice
Hey,
anymore.
he said char siu rice, not chicken rice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, probably the chicken also hanging, what? That's probably because
the
the fresh
ghost-
lyric, all the chicken.
No.
And
The
this
ghost-
only happens.
They only
during
eat
this
pork.
only happens.
They only
during
eat pork.
Oh, yeah.
No, this only happens during the hungry ghost period. You know.
Okay lah. That time I don't eat chicken rice.
That
Okay
time
lah.
don't need any chicken rice, nothing lah.
Anything that's hanging, don't eat. Even you go to the mama, the flat hanging the tom yum, this thing, right? The sayo, all, don't eat that one.
What hap- no, what- okay.
Hanging the tandoori.
Okay, what happened after they leak?
Huh?
What happened after they leak?
After the leak, you eat lah. What's the more? You buy and eat, right?
Is it the taste enhancement? Like it enhanced the taste or?
You tell me lah. You like char siu, right? You like no? You like char siu. Tell me now. You don't
I
like
eat lah, but I don't know.
I personally think it will like sort of like enhance the flavor lah.
Like Ajinomoto lah.
Ajinomoto.
That's why you see, right, those Chinese restaurants.
You know, I just realized finger licking.
Previous
Must lah.
episode, KFC.
Oh my god! I think is it Hungry? When is Hungry Ghost Festival? Huh?
Like
Usually,
August
yeah.
or July lah.
Yeah,
Yes,
the 7th month of the Chinese lunar calendar.
Yeah. 30 days, right?
Yeah,
They'll burn the paper and then you give some food.
Offerings and all that.
offerings.
You go eat all the food, right?
No lah. If they give me, then I'll take lah.
I heard the ghosts would get angry if you take their food. Is that true?
He will get angry if the ghost takes the food. You know the ghost, he will get angry. He will like shouting, who are you? Who are you?
You're like, you're dead, right? You don't deserve this.
There's a reason you died.
You don't even have a body. How do you burn the calories?
Someone's soul getting burned after all this.
After this, tonight he go back. Maybe this is why the last episode of Toss Up in this time.
If the Pontianak comes, welcome.
Why you want to welcome
Yeah,
the
why?
Pontianak?
Pretty, what?
Okay, I just want to say, do you really think Pontianak will be pretty?
I don't know. One way to find out if she comes lah.
Are you hoping she comes to visit you? Are you hoping?
I wish lah.
You wish. Okay. Not bad, not bad.
All right, let's get right into the second story. Story 2, The Little Boy. This story involves a paranormal researcher who went to the area looking for any abnormal activity. He searched around the building area and it led him to an abandoned staircase. I know where is it going. I know, I saw this first face. I know where is it gonna go. On the staircase, he saw a little boy. He was shocked and he asked the boy what he was doing here. Suddenly, the boy...
Have you seen my mom? What a delusion lah. This one I cannot wait. I cannot wait.
Okay, let him finish the
Let me finish.
Suddenly, the boy turned around and he had a half-torn face. The researcher was taken aback and he stumbled down the stairs while the boy responded while pointing at the remains of the apartment. I'm looking for my other arm. It's in the abandoned building. This time he's looking for his arm lah. Last time he was looking for mommy.
My question is, did the reporter give him a hand or not?
No, cannot. It was illegal because it would be a hand job.
Oh my god. Imagine the reporter ask him to point where his hand is.
No, guys, he'll do the Malaysian way. No point with the mouth. Like.
No, his face is half torn. What?
Oh yeah. How?
How would you imagine? Okay, the thing is, right, when he sees the kid, right,
Yeah.
he should know the kid already doesn't have arm and leg, right?
Yeah.
So
He's still talking to him.
he's still talking to him and he got shocked. Only after that, he saw the face torn.
I kind of imagine it's like, oh, you torn your face. I'm shocked.
I'm trying to imagine. Okay, how does a torn face look like?
Half torn face.
Look at Kris' face, like that's how it looks like. In Tamil, they call kilinju pona munji.
What?
It's called torn face. It's called like the face.
I also would get shocked when I see someone look like Kris.
I think a lot of people are scared of Kris' face. I can tell you that.
That's true. That's true.
So, honestly, I just want to say, since it's the last episode, I want to ask y'all personally, have y'all experienced any other ghost encounters that you feel like, that you didn't share in the last episode?
You can go first lah.
Because you know why we don't want Kris to go first? He did tell his story in the previous episode. We just had to cut it.
Yeah.
It was just too long. It was just too draggy.
I'm a filmmaker, that I pitch like a story.
What filmmaker?
He was bitching about the story. Like, that's what I would say. Like, he wasn't pitching it, he was pitching it.
But it was a good one, right?
Yeah, you better tell a good one, man. If this one ends up with a guy. So, yeah, what do you have today for us?
So I was on set, on an Airbnb set. We were there, everybody bunked in together to sleep over for the next morning shoot. And then what happened was that I remember sleeping there, but when I woke up, I was back in my own room, back in my hometown in Perak. It was weird for me because my body knows that, hey, I was just on set, right? We were bunking in there. But I woke up, either way, I just woke up and then I walked out to the living room. I saw my dad sitting at his usual spot watching TV. And then I just walked out to my dad, just wanted to check on him like, hey. But when I walked towards him and then saw his face, it was blank, There was no eyes, nose or mouth.
Maybe the boy torn his face lah.
Oh, he's like the face catcher.
Oh yeah, face catcher. Right? But my dad didn't
dad
have
was
a face.
faceless, is it?
Yeah, became like faceless. So I was so afraid.
Oh, wait. Was your reaction priceless?
What's that? Goes with the faceless this thing,
The avatar lah.
not the avatar, the That long, this thing, what's it called? Fuck, man.
Wait, the cartoon one, is it?
The standing
The
man.
fellow with the long hands on, what's it called?
Slenderman.
Slenderman.
Slenderman, yeah.
Slenderman.
So he looked like Slenderman a bit.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
But yeah, without a face. So I was so shocked, And then I just ran to the back, wanted to call my mom. And then I just ran to the kitchen area. And then I saw my mom. She was like doing her usual thing. But when she turned her face, right, also it's blank,
Damn.
Yeah. So I was shocked. I turned around. I see my sister also like that. My brother also like that. I also don't know what to do.
Did you go check yourself in the mirror?
I was about to say,
Yeah,
did you look in the mirror?
Then I don't know what to do, right? But then I heard a voice saying that you cannot stay here, get out. So I was like, I know it's a lady's voice. I remember that. So I just thought like, okay, get out to the main door. So I ran out to the main door. As soon as I got out, I woke up again. But this time I woke up in my own room here in PJ. Yeah.
Wait, from Cyberjaya, you went to Ipoh, then you went to PJ.
Wow, 3 locations, right?
Semma high budget போல இருக்கே.
Yeah.
Damn high budget with this story.
So was this all a dream?
So I told myself that it is a dream lah. So I woke up already in my own room. I was like, okay, in my own room, everything seems normal. My own room like that. But then I look over at the computer, everything is still on. I thought like, that's weird. And then there's someone sitting on the computer chair. Yeah. So I turned the computer chair over because my room is so small. I can just reach out. Right? So I just turned the chair and then I saw myself sitting on the chair, but this time it's faceless. Yeah.
So this is back in PJD.
Yeah, back in PJD.
Holy shit.
Then after that, the lady's voice came back stronger. And then she said like, you have to wake up, get up. And then I just tried my best to just get up from that dream. And then I woke up. I was back in the Airbnb there. All right. But here's the scary part. I woke up back in the Airbnb there. I looked over. I remember on the left-hand side corner, I saw myself, an angrier version of myself, just staring down into me like want to kill me,
Are you sure there was no mirror or something there?
Nope. It's just a figure of myself staring down.
So this after you got up, is it?
Yeah, this time I got up in the Airbnb. Then he was like, this person, like, imagine yourself so angry to a point where you drew and then everything is like sweat. Yeah. And then it's like,
they were not angry, they maybe horny maybe.
Rara. Rara.
But I swear, the entire time I was thinking about the story, I'm like, huh?
yeah.
I'm quite lost. There's too many locations.
Right. Even I was lost.
It's way too much than Interstellar. No, Interstellar. I mean Inception.
Yeah. But that person, right, or myself, that figurine, that person came towards me, rushed towards me, wanted to attack me.
Did you punch him?
I wanted to retaliate somehow. But then I just woke up again. And this time, the crew people, right, they went into my room. And then they was like, we heard a lot of noise. What happened?
Holy shit. How many times you have to wake up with this one?
So it's like constantly you have to wake up. You know how deep you have to be in sleep now?
Yeah, I was really tired lah.
Oh, damn.
But damn way, you have to like, it's a dream within a dream within a dream,
Yeah. It felt
Inception.
so many levels of that dream. By the time I woke up, right, on production day, the next morning, I felt damn tired already lah. I traveled so many places.
The jet lag, is it?
Jet lag already.
Oh my god! I swear, if I see an angry version of myself looking at me, I'm like, I'd be scared lah. To be honest,
right.
I'd be scared because I don't know what I'm gonna do. Right?
Yeah.
Imagine if
Would you punch him?
Huh?
Would you punch?
No lah, my face too pretty to punch.
This person will have a fight choreography with his own self.
Yeah, I was like, hey, come, let's do some next choreography, man.
But the video will come out only 4 years later lah.
Then I'll be like, wait, if you help me masturbate, is it
You're masturbating yourself.
is it like gay
So I think-
or is it I'm masturbating myself?
I think your question should be your question should be, if you give me a blowjob, is it called a masturbation?
What? Yeah, I have this curiosity, If me myself seeing myself, and then if I masturbate to myself, then Is it gay?
If you have sex, if you have sex with yourself, is it called sex or is it masturbation?
Yeah.
I just want to say, this half of the room is in different conversation. This half of the room is like, what the fuck is going on? Why would you go there?
Oh my
No,
God.
but logically, have you asked yourself?
No, this is not something that will come logically, by the way.
No, because I watched too many movies, right?
No, what kind of movies are you watching?
Nobody in their logic mind would even think about this shit, okay?
I have think about it many times.
No, I don't think so.
But when you masturbate yourself, it's like, it's normal, right? It's like,
Yeah.
you do it. But it's you yourself and doing it for you.
So basically,
so
you're
ba-
fucking yourself, lah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
But
a
is it-
multiverse version of yourself.
Yeah.
So
Is it something?
Is gay?
Yeah.
It's definitely gay.
I think it's
Why?
gay.
Huh?
It's gay.
Why? But you
You're still fucking a guy's
It's
ass,
another
right?
guy.
but it's your own ass.
It doesn't matter whose ass. It's still an ass. It's still a guy's ass.
So
no
if-
matter what dick
if
it is,
let's
it's
say-
still your dick.
But let's say if you have a longest dick and then it goes backwards, then you fuck yourself. How is that? How is that? Is that gay or not?
That is not gay. That means you need Jesus at that point.
I don't know what to say with this. I really don't know. I don't know where you're getting all this shit from. I don't know.
Out of curiosities, man.
Which porn website you go to. I don't want to know if you're on Grindr.
You know, if you are, we completely support you.
I don't know if you are actually coming out of the closet now, so I can't tell.
If you are, we support you. But you know what you do in bed? Just
Yeah.
keep it to yourself.
No, it's like
Day,
this
day.
thing is bugging me for a very long time.
Yeah, I mean, sure. If my old dick is fucking my ass, I'm sure it'll be bugging me too. But the way you talking about it,
Oh my.
guys, don't watch this movie.
Answer
Guys.
this thing. Okay, I'm very curious. Okay, answer it. Comment it below. It's like saying this. Like, is it gay or not? You fucking yourself.
It's definitely gay. It is.
It's not.
Don't.
To me, it's not.
Don't
It's not.
comment. Can you imagine all the
don't know,
comments?
I don't know how this became from a horror podcast into a sexual podcast.
It's also horror. It's also traumatic. For some people.
it's traumatic for everyone that's listening to your shit. Okay, because everyone needs help imagining you doing that shit. And it's like, okay,
Is that why you went bald? Because you think like the hair kena friction or something? Oh,
That is the Saitama effect.
you சுத்தமா effect நல்லா பேசிட்டு இருக்க. அடி வேணாம். Okay, guys. Leonard, just
yeah. What story?
I've got this one horrific story that I have to tell y'all. Me listening to Kris bullshit all this while, it's fucking terrifying for me. That's my horror story.
Okay, am I asking the reasonable question?
No, I don't think so.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. It's definitely not. Let's just agree
Is
to
it wrong?
disagree.
Is it wrong to ask this question?
Yes, it is.
To me, it's not wrong. I'm just curious and I'm asking this question. There's no question in this world is wrong.
I think Ian opened a very good topic where I actually also want to talk about. It's about dreams, you know.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes dreams, they say dream have meaning to it.
Yeah.
So I feel like sometimes when I dream things, it has certain purpose for the dream, you know. Like this was a few years ago and I was having severe anxiety. So I didn't know what was anxiety until like, you know, I was told by my sister because I could not breathe. I was just like, I don't know what's happening to me. So I was just going through it. And then I came down because I wanted to be around people who can make me feel safe, you know. So I was with my sister and I was telling her, I cannot breathe. I'm just, maybe can you give me water or something? I'm just having difficulty in breathing. And she say, you're having a panic anxiety attack. So, and that night I slept. I saw this small girl, a very dark skinned girl, coming to me and trying to talk to me. Okay. And I remember her face very clearly. Yeah? And it spooked me out because when I woke up, because it was like too real at that point, you know? So when I woke up, I was just like, oh, this doesn't make sense. Like, who's like, you know, I was very curious because I never seen this girl in my life before.
Yeah.
Okay. So, few days later, I told my dad about this. Because he was helping me with the anxiety thing. So I told like,
Wait. Go back to when you woke up. You searched her up on Instagram, didn't you?
I don't know her name, but
Oh, okay.
The little girl.
it's a little girl. And searching up for little girl in Instagram is not a thing to do. You go to jail for that shit.
But it's Jiven like, you know.
Fuck you, I don't do all that shit.
You search everyone up on Instagram.
Naughty Jiven. Naughty Jiven.
Hey, not that naughty.
Jiven, huh?
Anyways, as I was saying it, so I told my dad about this dark skinned girl, and she tried to talk to me about. She was trying to talk to me about how to handle my anxiety.
Oh.
So the thing is, I couldn't remember what she said, but I felt very calm when she said it. The feeling was very calm, which spooked me out because it actually helped me. So I told my dad this, and my dad said like, it could be nothing. Maybe it could be like, my dad he's a very religious man.
Yeah.
So he believes in the God and universe and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, and I didn't really care about it. Until a few weeks later, I saw my grandparents' young picture, and it was my grandmother. When she was really, really young, it was her. It was exactly that girl that came and spoke to me. And I felt so relieved because, you would feel spooked out.
Yeah.
But I felt so relieved because I had a personal connection with my grandmother. And when I was so down, right, she came and helped me. And until today, it's like I tried to go to sleep and maybe try to imagine that she's coming and talk to me.
Yeah.
But it never felt the same.
Yep.
Genuinely never felt the same. So it felt like people coming and speaking to you from the afterlife. That emotion. But
What was the message?
the message, I could not remember the message, but I felt calm from the anxiety. So I felt like that was I don't know if anyone else felt this before, but I felt it, and I felt like, that was such a unique experience that I felt from a dream.
Yeah.
But I thought earlier when you say this story, I was like, the story is going on sleep paralysis. Because I had experience of multiple time of sleep paralysis. So when I was young, I have always this, when I sleep paralysis, I saw this kid also. But this kid has a very long arm. He will always on my cupboard, and it was long arm.
Sorry. I just thought about the long dick.
I'm telling you.
Long arm, long dick, everything long arm.
He was quite creepy at that kid. Look.
Okay.
Then actually, but the thing is, each time it has different type of version. They look different one. So when did I realize that that thing is not harmless? I mean, it's harmless. It doesn't gonna hurt me. When one time I was in the bus, I had a sleep paralysis. Then I saw this thing beside me. And I know that, okay, I'm the bus, you can't do anything. I mean, a lot of people here. And so I know already it's from that moment, I get sleep paralysis. Earlier, I would struggle. But now I like, okay, you're there. So after for a while, like maybe a few minutes, but it feels like forever. But then you'll snap from the
Paralysis itself.
Yeah.
Paralysis. I think sleep paralysis is a very...
Where does this longhand boy come into play? What is this longhand boy doing to you?
Actually, why is it long hand?
That's why I said it's not all the time it's the same. So there's one time it's a long hand thing, another one is like a short kid toyol kind of thing, and after that it's like one lady. So each time that it looks different. So then I realized it's all in my head. It's making up maybe some different visuals of ghosts that I know. Then it's like it's happening.
But what do they do to you when you're sleeping?
So they'll try to
suppress him.
They'll try to suppress me. They'll sit on me. Sometimes they will behind look at me. So it's always the fear that it's like what you most fear of. It will come to you during the sleep paralysis. They will look at you like very creepy smile.
Then how did it happen in the bus?
When I was bus, my head was like this. This is how I slept. I still remember. And
For those who are listening to us in podcast, Kris is hanging his head.
yeah.
He's leaning towards the right.
Towards the right, and then the ghost was like looking at me and smiling, and it was damn creepy because you can see
While
so
sitting
clear.
on you in the bus.
That's where I started to realize.
What if the ghost was a pretty girl?
Then I'll keep on have the sleep paralysis lah.
Sorry, wrong question. What if it was a pretty guy?
Then I'll immediately snap out.
Don't lie, don't lie.
Now you say that lah.
Now you say that.
What if it was you who was
sits on
sitting
you,
on you?
yeah.
I'll ask the same question. Is it gay? If
Clearly, we're not making any sense at this point. Then what about you? Have you had any sleep paralysis before?
Yeah, I did. I had it when I was very young. But I thought it was just like because I used to get it when I had fever, like when I'm sick, right? And I'm having fever, so I just want to sleep. So when I sleep, and then sometimes I don't know if I'm awake or if I'm asleep, but my body cannot be moving, and I'll see myself like very distant.
Yeah, third person point of view.
Yeah, you'll see it very distant kind of thing. So when that happens, right, it's just I don't know lah. That's why I can't say if I'm awake or asleep because I don't know. Because when I was young, this all happened when I was younger. It was just that when that happens, I could not breathe, could not do anything. I thought, you know, at that time when you're young, you thought that you died already. So you're like, oh, this is my soul. I'm that kind of bullshit.
Closest to death. It's like you feel like closest.
Yeah, so that's what I felt like. I thought I died already lah that time and all this and that, no. But then after a while, when you get up and you start moving, then when you remember this shit happened, right? You'll be thinking, why the fuck you met Kris to listen to his bullshit story?
Where you build it up?
So you know all the thing is bullshit like what he said. So never believe Leonard's story.
Okay, the sleep paralysis happened lah, but after that it was just like
After you say this is not, nobody gonna believe.
To be honest, I still do get sleep paralysis.
I still have to.
I still do get it.
I don't get it anymore.
I do get it when I'm tired from a shoot.
Yes.
You know, sometimes when we shoot for 24 hours straight or more than 24 hours, and I go back home, right? Because I'm like, because you all know after shoot, I'm the one technically going back. After you all put the stuff, I'm still transferring the footages and I do the final check of the video and all the stuff, right? So when I did all that, right? By the time I go home, I'm very, very tired. And I'm tired to the point, right, that it's like I'm so tired I can't sleep.
Yeah.
So I try to lie down and I just try to close my eyes and I can feel myself like getting heavier. So that's when I know I'm going to sleep paralysis because it becomes very heavy for me to get up.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when I get heavier, then I know, then I can see myself, then I'll be like, I'll try to snap as fast as I can because I'll get panic.
Yeah.
I won't let it happen, but I will let.
But I think we relate because both of us really like to set our room temperatures very low, right? Like very cold.
I like to sleep on 16.
Yeah, same. I like to sleep on 16 Celsius set in the aircon.
but then like what Jiven says is the one that I experienced. Like I don't feel like any toyo or anything sitting
it's
on
just
me, you know?
the pressure.
No, actually, every people have different experiences, but all the thing will happen when you will feel pressure. That's the common thing that
I think we all feel pressure in the chest. You feel pressure somewhere else.
that's what you vision it.
Pressure down
But actually, it's not that.
Okay, but the only fear that I have, right, in when this thing happens is right. It's like when it feels like your soul leaves your body, right? And when your soul leaves your body, another soul could replace you.
Yeah, lucid dreaming.
Like, imagine then someone else.
That was one of the stories that I told for the previous episode, but I think it got cut off already lah.
Before we end the podcast, I just want to ask each one of y'all, what is your worst nightmare that you're scared of? Like, everyone has a nightmare that they're scared of, right? You can remember your nightmares, no? So what are you scared of in terms of nightmare?
It's a typical ghost thing, lah. Like,
You're afraid of ghosts or nightmare?
I used to, because when I was young, my mom every night will tell one ghost stories.
Very nice, mom.
You know? And my grandmother same because last time they got a lot of kampung.
Tonight Apu Nene one coming.
No, but the thing is, I personally experienced. No, when I also personally experience it with my mom, so it makes me more believable than all the story that she said.
Yeah.
So that's what makes me my life is traumatized, you know, until a point that I have to break that thing. Where until I was 16, I never switched off the light before I go to sleep.
Yeah.
So my 16 is like I wanted to die.
Yeah.
There's a point where that I feel like I go through a depression. I feel like I want to die. So I feel like what is the worst way to die? If I jump out or I take knife or cut, it's the same thing if the ghost kill me, right? So I was like, let me face the fear and I die. So then I go to the bed and I switch off the light. The moment I switch off the light, I started to feel the hair, the choking thing. Then the fan started to move. Yeah, and I can feel the door scratching. All the worst fear that you had in your whole life, everything happening in the same time.
Damn.
That is the moment. Is like I feel like okay, I'm crying, but I this is how I slept.
He slept
And
with his arms crossed. Yeah.
Because I know if I sleep like that, there's something head behind me. If I sleep like that, the head behind me here. So whichever way, the head's gonna look at me. So I was like straight. Then I saw the head in front of me, but I felt like I dead. I thought I did. But then I wake up in the morning. Then I was like, oh, the ghost didn't kill me. Then it went on. Every night, I have to feel the same thing again and again and again. But I realized after a period of time, maybe it's like I think it took us about 3 months for me to repeat the same thing over and over and again. Then after a period of time, it slowly faded. That I started to forget about it. I started to don't see anything anymore. Then I feel like I'm curious right now. Then I went to graveyard. This really happened. I'm not bullshitting. I went to graveyard and I stayed there and I realized that is the most peaceful place. It's like there's no one disturbed. It's so quiet. I didn't see like somebody walking or voices or whatever. All the story that I heard from people, but I never experienced any of that.
So, Kris actually told me this story a long time ago. And he omits some parts, but I'll tell you the parts either way.
Why the fuck you went to graveyard?
Because I think personally, right, he felt like he needed to face his fear. He basically wanted to be Batman at that point. He wanted to be the symbol of what you fear.
Imagine in your whole life that this thing bothers you so much and you can't talk about it to people because it's kind of embarrassing.
Yeah, never go to
when you're grown man and I'm a martial artist person. So I wanted to be. How would I be a martial artist?
He wants to be fearless.
Yes,
fearless.
And my idol is Bruce Lee. So I was like, I want to be like Bruce Lee. And if I want to be Bruce Lee, then I'm afraid of ghosts. That's like
You needed to visit Bruce Lee lah. At the graveyard.
no, but I tried to find the ghost because suddenly the ghost stopped appearing in my life.
Yeah. So, when he told me the story, he used to say like every night before he goes to sleep, he thinks that's his last night of the day. So that's the last day he's living his life.
Yeah.
And he'll cry before he go to sleep because he thinks this is life. My life is my life is ending and he's off the life. And the next morning he wakes up thinking that, oh, I survived.
I thought you wake up like shit.
No, he every day he woke up confused and thinking that that night, that is the last night he's gonna live finally. And I used to think that it was a horrible way of somebody to stay and live like that. But the way he went through it every day, every night, and the stupidest thing he did was go to a graveyard and think that's the most peaceful place. But he did face his fear, and I just want to say that is the most bravest thing that anybody has done. I have heard in my life, and I have to give it up for Kris for that.
Yeah,
Thank you.
That's the only thing I'll give it up for. The rest of the things I won't give it up for.
That's a bit of bullshit lah.
But with that being said, we just want to say thank you so much for listening to us. I hope with this podcast you get to know a bit of us, and we also got to know a bit of you through the comment. So do leave the comment down below. And when we say this is the final episode, this is not the last episode. We are just moving the episode to a newer channel in May onwards.
Yes.
So do subscribe to the channel. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter. We are all there. I know Leonard is tearing up right now. It's really sad. But this is not a goodbye. This is just like a hello. Till we meet again.
Yes.
My name is Jiven.
Name's Ian.
Kris.
And this is the Toss Up. See you all soon.
Ciao.
Ciao.